Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Thomas Sapucki gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Third, the first baseman.
Stepping up now, Vaughn Harris. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ground ball foul down the left side.
Come on, big guy. Hey, now.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. In now, Jeremy Vasquez. Yes, he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Jeremy Vasquez.
One down.
1-2. Here it comes. Weak roller right side. Fielded cleanly. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Now at the plate, Jacob Zanin will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second.
Jacob Jimenez.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. For a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Vaughn Harris. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Hey, let's go, kid. Here we go.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. A ball that's carrying, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Pick up the ball.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Well, he's certainly not shy, is he? He goes up there looking to be aggressive and takes a big rip right here. Squares it up and lines it for a double that goes all the way to the wall. Great work out of him.
Now batting.
Let her rip.
Bo Naylor.
Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box now, Tyler Freeman. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, look at this sliding stop. It's in time. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Rubber Ducks lead it 1-0. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Janeshwi Fargas, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ground ball left side. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more. So stepping in, Jacob Zanin, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Swinging a ground ball to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another shot now. Vaughn Harris. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Here it comes. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Shot to third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Now batting, the catcher, Bo.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. Stepping into the box, Tyler Freeman.
The designated hitter, Tyler.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. This is on the ground over
Come on,
to first.
get down. Come on, come on, come on,
Throw
come on,
in
come on,
time,
come on.
and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rubber Ducks lead this one 1-0. Settling in now, Patrick Mazeika. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Patrick Mazeika.
Go out. Here we go, fellas. Let's
Ready
go.
with the 0-1 pitch. Hit
Two,
hard
two,
to short.
two.
Scooped up. There's one.
That's an out.
On to first, and they get them both.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Digging in, Vaughn Harris. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point.
Harris.
Hey, 1 pitch right here. Come on now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch
Drive
all
that pitch,
night
huh?
if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Now batting, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Runners off for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. So he can't make contact there on strike 3. But meanwhile, the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. Striding into the box, Tyler Freeman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Freeman.
Here's the 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in.
Hard 90, hard 90,
Throw to
hard
first
90.
in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Rubber Ducks lead it 1-0. Stepping into the box, Tim
Now
Tebow.
batting, left fielder, Tim Tebow.
2 outs here.
First. Fielded cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We've played 8 full. Binghamton leads it 4-1.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Binghamton Rumble Pony. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Oliver Greer gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Now in the box, Gilberto Jimenez, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First delivery to him on the way. And a swing and a miss for strike one, as that's how this new season of baseball will get underway.
First pitch, 7-10.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike three called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Batting second.
At the plate, Brett Netzer. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Netzer stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. He was selected in the 3rd round back in 2017.
Hey, this guy hasn't reached the big leagues yet, but he's coming. You're going to know his name at some point. He just got a few more developmental things to work on.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Brett Netzer is the second out of the opening frame. Digging in now, Jaron Duran. The first 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
The 0-1 delivery. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Back with Brian Mata is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Tristan Casas stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, come on now, come on.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Your ball. I got it.
Fernandez arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Into the box now, Davy Grillon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch.
Hey!
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
Ball.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game.
Hey, 1 down now, 1 down.
Fouled off. Here's another 1-2. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat.
Well, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
To the plate now, Marcus Wilson.
The center fielder.
As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. At the plate, Jeter Downs. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
Right now, fellas, right now.
And it's quickly 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Striding in, Michael Osinski, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In there for strike 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Late swing on that curveball right there to run the count 0-2. Don't think he recognized that one too well.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
If this doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
Batting 9. The designated hitter.
Into the box now, Anthony Flores.
Flores.
As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So digging in now, Gilberto Jimenez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hey, come on now.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. And he fouls this one off. And another foul ball.
Hey, no one down here.
Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now, Brett Netzer. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Hey, we got one.
Another 0-2 coming. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Now batting, right fielder, Jarren Duran.
At the plate now, Jarren Duran. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And it's fouled away. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Tristan Casas. He flew out in his last at-bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Stepping in now, Davy Grillon. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Marcus Wilson will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Jeter Downs. First delivery to him on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, good knuckle curve. 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Michael Osinski is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Not too many guys taking the mound today with this good a split. Look at the downward action on that thing. It's falling off the table.
Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. At the plate, Anthony Flores. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Here's another 0-2. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gilberto Jimenez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
The batter number 3.
At the plate, Netzer. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. No hits to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Got him reaching there. Strike 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Jaron Duran stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. So here's the cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Hey, one away.
Into the box, Davy Grion. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
And a knuckleball here is bounced to second base. Reined in. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
2 down now.
The 0-2 once more. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 24 have been all set to start the ninth in this one. And stepping up as the shortstop, Jeter Downs. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top-notch. This guy's a horse.
And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him. So the magic number for a perfect game is now down to 2.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
To the plate now, Michael Osinski. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Here you go, fellas. Let's go.
The 0-1.
Hey, one out here. We got one.
And another strikeout as nobody can touch him in this one.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Two down now. Two down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Anthony.
In now, Anthony Flores. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Come on, guys.
The 0-1. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
There seem to be different philosophies on it, so Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think...
Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Fans, our final line score. First for the...
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Time for game 2 of the regular season between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Luke Rennie, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Standing in, Vaughn Harris is coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night.
Hey, get your pitch. Drive it right here.
Here comes the first pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Rennie has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Let's go, kid. Come on, one time right here.
The next 0-2.
Come on, baby, square it up.
Six fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. But he's going to get there as he runs it down on the warning track for the second out of the inning. Digging in, Jeremy Vasquez.
Leading up for the Mets, the first baseman, Jeremy Vasquez.
To short, hit hard. He's got it. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
Boy, there's a quality infield base hit right there. That kind of reminded me of the old Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter on that jump throw.
Hey, that's why this is the pros. Back in the day, that's a knock all day long, but up here.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brett Beatty.
The third baseman, number 5.
Carpio over at second. Mazika on at first with nobody out. Bit of rise here as he's going to try to lay one down. To second for one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Now to the plate, Jeremy Vasquez, and their runners at the corners now.
Number 8, Jeremy Vasquez.
Roll it up on the ground. Let's go right here.
The 2-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the top of inning number 4. And Binghamton is out in front, 1-0. New inning set to get underway, and here comes the first baseman, Vaughn Harris.
Vaughn Harris.
The pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Go!
But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it there safely as he fires off the fourth with a leadoff triple.
Well, when this thing left its bat, I thought it had the distance to get out of here, but it goes over the fielder's head and skips away in the bottom of the wall, allowing him to cruise into third.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Striding forward now is the DH, Tyler Freeman, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
Right now. Here we go.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. One out and a runner on third.
Here we go now. Come on now, one time.
Fouled away. The 2-2. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Digging in to try it again, Jacob Zanin. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jacob Jimenez.
Hey, rolled up, huh?
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is on the ground to short. Could be 2. There's 1. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will retire the side. Now at the plate, Vaughn Harris. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Hey, come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
First offering on its way. 2 men are on with 2 men out.
All right, one time right here, kid.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The pause. And the 0-2. And another foul ball. Oh, and 2. Here it is. Hit high and deep to right center.
Round hard, you're scoring.
Round it, go.
And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll plate 1 for sure and maybe a second. And the runner will score from second. Throw won't get him.
A minute ago, this thing was tied up, but when you're giving up triples, you're not going to be close for too long. Now a 2-run lead and a base hit away from making it 3.
Now batter, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Here we go.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
This is in the air to right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits. Ready to begin the 8th, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Vaughn Harris. And the pitch. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Zanin is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out. Digging in once again, Brett Beatty. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Here comes the 0-1. This is pulled into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Coming to the plate now, Quinn Brody. So far 2 for 3 in this one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Popped him up. Bracho has a play.
I got it.
He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Striding in once again, Vaughn Harris.
Right,
a couple of triples on his line so far. He's 2 for 4.
Here we go, kid. Here we go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Tebow is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Jacob Zanin, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run. Base. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And that's the second out. So coming to the plate, Ronnie Mauricio. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The set and the one hit out towards second. He's right there. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. Bottom of the inning now, and striding forward the designated hitter, Janeski Fargas.
The designated hitter.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and how important is it to keep this guy off base in a tie ball game? One away.
Hey, your turn now.
So a big moment in the ball game here. Vaughn Harris, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at third and 2 away.
On right here, one time. Here we go.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Matt Blackham answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. High in the air out to center field.
Go hard, go hard.
Zanin is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. So digging in with a chance to win it here, Tim Tebow. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about work. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up, thought about coming home, but he'll go to first instead. And they're going to walk off with a 4-3 victory.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you could win this thing in walk-off fashion.
It was mostly the show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Game number 3 of this new season between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tommy Wilson gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Stepping in, Vaughn Harris. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Has a look, now the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Harris is really a rare talent in this sport, a true 5-tool player, as they say, which means he can make an impact in a game at any time. Really a joy to watch, not someone you want to take your eye off of.
Yeah, this guy's worth the price of a ticket. Just to watch his tool set, but not only that, the way he grinds at the plate, the way he battles defensively, this guy is one of the true superstars in our game.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Going back is the left fielder. Unbelievable. A home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly, just like that, they take the lead.
Stepping up to the plate, Brett Beatty. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a... A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So nothing happening this time.
Here we go, kid. Here we go.
Ready to take his hacks again. Vaughn Harris, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Hit hard, but foul.
Hey, drive it deep, big dog. Here we go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. But he just missed his extra bases. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Let the big dog eat, buddy.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Digging in, Jacob Zanin comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series.
Hey, we're early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And no chance on the throw, so a great effort. At the plate, Janeshwi Fargas, 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 on its way. Hit out towards second. He's got it to second for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI, and that's...
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Britt Beatty.
Things not looking very far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Number 8.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Coming to the plate now, Vaughn Harris. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drilled to the left side. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Dan, some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
The batter, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
Let's fly right here.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw to third, and he'll get in there safely at third. Second and third now with 2 gone. Next will be the designated hitter, Tyler Freeman. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here.
Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Hey, you got it. No one better.
Now the 2-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and a second run's going to score.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pop.
Now batting, Francisco Alvarez.
Catcher number 4, Francisco.
A shot down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready now, Vaughn Harris. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
Harris.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Has a look, now the pitch. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Janesh Fargas. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back in. Ready once again, Jeremy Vasquez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. There's one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Vaughn Harris. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Unbelievable. A home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. So a 2-run shot to left center, his second home run of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, well, there's a saying going around the dugout right now.
Into the box, Janesh Fargas. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon. 10-3 at the end of this contest. The Rubber Ducks jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.